Welcome to this presentation where we will go through how to update a key performance indicator. Hi, I'm Kyle and I'll be taking you through this presentation today. Going forward, you will no longer be reporting on your indicators via a manual system. Whether this was by using a spreadsheet or another tool that your municipality might have developed. All of your performance information, whether you report monthly or quarterly, will be captured onto Action Assist. The system is incredibly easy to use and will house all of your performance information so that it can be easily accessed, audited, and reported on. After completing this module, the learner should be able to do the following. Log into the Action Assist system, capture results against an indicator and target, capture performance comments or reason for deviation, capture corrective actions, leave a note to the auditors and approvers, upload the relevant portfolio of evidence, save the upload, make corrections to previous uploads, and finally, to log a help desk call. We will be explaining the update of an indicator in the STBIB Assist module for the user Pumla test. Pumla will log in as follows. Capture your username as ptest. Capture the company code as AIT demo and put in your provided password. Click on Login. On the front page dashboard, you will see all the indicators for which Pumla is responsible. For the purposes of this video, we will be updating indicator D133, the number of jobs created through the municipality's local economic development initiatives, including capital projects. The system is usually locked for updates, which means that only the people with access can make updates on the system. This is to ensure that the information is uploaded at the correct times and that the information remains constant for review and auditing purposes. The system will be opened at a specific time by the system administrator for you to report against your indicators. You will receive an automated reminder to do this. The system will also show you the reminder of the closure dates. You will be given a certain window or time period to report on your indicators. Once this time frame has lapsed, the system will be locked and you will no longer be able to make updates. This is to allow for sufficient time for approval, auditing, and reporting. Remember that the quarterly reports have to be submitted at a certain time, so it is very important that everyone reports by the deadline date. The only time the system administrator will unlock or open the system is if an email is received from the municipal manager. Let us now look at how we can update an indicator. You can select an indicator to report against in one of two ways. The first way to update an indicator that is assigned to you on the system is to select it from your front page dashboard. You can simply select the indicator and it will take you to the reporting screen. However, before we show you this functionality, it is important to remember that in most cases, the top layer STBIB KPIs will be assigned to a director or the municipal manager. However, you may still be required to report on it as a manager. In this case, you'll access the STBIB either by selecting the STBIB Assist on the drop-down menu or by clicking on the STBIB module icon in My Shortcuts. Once you are in the STBIB module, click on Manage, Update, and then Departmental STBIB, and select the name of your department from the drop-down list. For this example, we will select the Office of the Municipal Manager. Then select the month or quarter that you want to report on from the drop-down list. For this example, we will select June 2020. Click on the Apply Filters button on the right side of the screen. Once this has loaded, you will see the D133 indicator second from the top. Remember that some municipalities report on a monthly basis and others on a quarterly basis. The system allows for both options. If you report on a quarterly basis, select September for quarter 1, December for quarter 2, March for quarter 3, and June for quarter 4. The system will automatically calculate your midterm and annual results, so these do not need to be captured separately. Once you have filtered, you will see all the indicators within your department. I will now show you how to update an indicator from the front page dashboard. Click on the performance wheel in the top left hand corner. This will take you back to the front page. Let me show you indicator D133. The number of new jobs created through the municipalities, local economic development initiatives including capital projects. Please remember the number D133 to update the indicator. Click on the update button on the right hand side of the screen. On the top left of the screen, you will see a summary of the KPI details. The details include the system reference number of the KPI, the internal reference or the indicator code, the department that is responsible for the KPI, the responsible owner for the KPI. The responsible owner is the job title holder as defined in the municipality's organizational structure. Using the user access functionality of the module, individual users are assigned to obtain access to the indicator assigned to a specific job title. In our example, Pumla Test has been allocated to the job title of Municipal Manager, and she will therefore see all the indicators assigned to the Municipal Manager. The KPI name, in this case, the number of new jobs created through the municipality's local economic development initiatives, including capital projects. The description of the unit of measurement, in this case the measurement is number, representing the number of jobs that will be created. The source of evidence required to prove that the indicator has been achieved, in this case, employment contracts and timesheets of the newly appointed resources. The calculation type, which in this example is accumulative. Accumulative means all the jobs created during the year that should be added together. The objective is to have created the total budget jobs by the last day of the financial year. The annual target shows the plan is to create 590 new jobs by the end of the financial year. Once the user understands the details of the indicator to be updated, the user needs to clarify what has been achieved during the year. This is presented to the user under the current results table that is found on the screen below the KPI details. The current results table presents a monthly overview of the following information: the original and adjusted numeric targets and actuals per month, the results of the monthly performance, the year-to-date target and actuals, the year-to-date performance, performance comments added in previous months, POE uploaded in previous months, the status of the KPI, for example, update completed or not, approval completed or not, assurance completed or not. If we take a look at September 2019, we will see the following. The target for the month is 65 jobs. The actual for the month is 65 jobs. The year-to-date actual is 65 jobs. The result is green and the target has been met. It has been confirmed that the proof of evidence of timesheets and contracts have been uploaded. The uploads are visible. The status of the KPI update is complete. The status of the approval is that there is no update to review. The status for the assurance process is that the update has been rejected by the assurance provider. Below the current results table, the user will be able to find the information of the approve and assurance review history completed on the KPI. As these have not been yet done, the message, "No reviews available," appear. A detailed activity log can be accessed by clicking on the Display Activity Log. The log will show a detailed audit log with the date and timestamps of all updates made to the KPI per user. Once the user has confirmed the understanding of the update status of the KPI on the system, they are able to capture the required update. This is done on the update form on the top right of the screen. You will now see a screen showing your indicator and target for the update period. Remember that if there is no target relevant for the quarter, you do not need to update the indicator. The system will recognize that nothing needs to be reported for the quarter. Now you will update your actual result for the quarter. Fill in your achievement as per your target. In this example, the target is to create 180 new jobs. We did not achieve this, and we need to capture the number of jobs created in the actual field. In this example, let us assume 80 new jobs were created. Capture 80 in the actual field. If no jobs had been created, you would capture 0. You will then see a section called Performance Comment. This is where you will capture your reason for deviation. Remember that you will need to include a reason for deviation if you both under or overachieve on your target. You can also capture any other relevant information here. Our indicator is the number of new jobs created. Our target was 180. Unfortunately, we only achieved 80 for the quarter under review. For our reason for deviation, we could say that due to the nationwide lockdown, only limited essential services jobs could be created. Or another reason could have been that the available funding was reallocated to fund PPE for the COVID-19 response. If we stay with the example for the number of jobs created, you could say that you have captured the sectors in which the jobs were created, as well as the gender and age of the persons employed. Remember, the more information you capture here, the easier it is for the approver and auditors to do their work. It also makes for a better and more informed performance report. When you capture your reason for deviation, please remember to provide a comprehensive and well-structured reason that speaks to the root cause of why you did not achieve your target. If you overachieved, please provide a substantial reason. Often, management do not recognize the importance of providing a reason for overachieving. However, it is important to have this for 3 reasons. To prove that you did not set a soft target. To explain where the additional budget and resources came from in order to achieve more. And lastly, to capture lessons learned for future planning. Next, you'll need to capture the corrective actions or corrective measures. You'll only need to capture something here if you underachieved on your target. This is very important for reporting purposes, as it will provide comfort for the municipal stakeholders. Via the quarterly performance reports on how the municipality will recover from this poor performance. We like to follow the SMART principle when compiling our corrective measures. Let's unpack this. S is for specific. Your intended actions or strategy to recover must be specific. Do not give a vague proposition. M is for measurable. Someone should be able to measure if you implemented your action or strategy. If something is specific, it is usually easy to measure as well. A is for achievable. Do not provide a corrective measure which is too far-fetched or unattainable. Be realistic with what you can do within the time frame provided. R is for relevant. Provide a corrective measure which is relevant to the issue and which addresses the root cause. T is for time-bound. Provide the anticipated date of when you will eventually reach the target. For example, if you did not achieve it in quarter 1, and you need 4 months to implement your corrective action, then state that you anticipate that your target will be met in quarter 3. Before we move on to the portfolio of evidence, let's take a look at an example to summarize what we have learnt in respect of corrective measures. Our corrective measure could be to hold a virtual meeting or workshop with the relevant stakeholders within the next 2 weeks to prepare an action plan with responsibilities, action activities, and deadlines on how to create the required additional jobs in the way of working as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. Starting immediately, additional extra bi-weekly progress meetings will be held to manage the action plan to ensure that the additional jobs will be created. You can see that the corrective actions are specific. One can clearly understand what the indicator owner intends to do going forward. We can measure the indicator owner on whether he or she implements these corrective actions. The actions are also achievable and realistic and relevant in addressing the issue. Finally, they are time-bound. The indicator owner has indicated when these actions will be implemented. The final part of updating our indicator is to load the portfolio of evidence. It is advisable that you save your documentation and advice throughout the year in clearly marked folders on your desktop. Remember that you produce evidence when carrying out your day-to-day work. Evidence is not suddenly recreated when it comes to reporting time. If you save your evidence throughout the year, then reporting on the system becomes quick and easy. This also means that you will no longer need to prepare hard copy evidence files. Your PMS is now fully automated. Even the auditors will use the system to conduct their audits. To save your evidence, you need to upload the evidence from your hard drive. Click on the button, choose File, and browse until you reach your folder and document. Note that you can save up to 10 different documents. To save more than one document, select the Attach Another File link. For example, if you are reporting on the number of new jobs created, you can upload employment contracts and timesheets. In the POE text box, you can provide additional information on the jobs created. For example, 40 field workers, 20 drivers, 10 electricians, and 10 nurses. Remember that your evidence might be obvious to you, but to someone else, it can be very confusing, trying to tie back all the evidence to the result. The more information you provide, the better. One of the questions you might have is, what if your evidence file is too big in size, or you have reams and reams of paper that is just not practical to scan? In these cases, you can simply refer to a hard copy file you can keep. Remember to include the name of the file, where it is stored, and who the file owner is. You can capture this in the POE information box. Let's discuss the POE information box further. This section is also available for you to leave a note to the approver and/or auditor. Please explain here what the evidence is and how it can be used to substantiate your achievement. If you have prepared indicator lead schedules or sign-off sheets, please save them under your portfolio of evidence. Once you have finished capturing all the necessary information, you can select Yes for Is this update complete? If you have not finished and want to come back later, select No. If Yes has been selected, the KPI will no longer appear on the user's front page dashboard. On the front page dashboard, you will see the indicator with the reference D133 no longer appears. What happens if you have saved all your information and you realize you have made a mistake, or if you have found additional evidence that you want to upload? Provided that the system is still open and has not been locked by the administrator, you can still go back in and make changes. When the system has been locked, however, you are unable to do this, except if an approver or auditor goes into the system to reject your update. Let us finish off the session by explaining how to use the system's online help desk. If you have an issue or need assistance, please make use of the help desk. You can access the help desk via the drop-down menu by clicking on Need Help. On the landing page, the user will find the online manuals for all the modules which they have been given access. These manuals are very user-friendly and provide users with step-to-step guidance. To gain access to the part of the manual that shows a user how they can update an indicator, click on Manage, and then click on 2.1, Updating a KPI from my Action dashboard, to view the manual. You can also log a help desk call by clicking on the icon Need More Help. You will be taken to another screen. You can attach a picture of your screenshot for additional information. Shortly after you click Submit, you will receive an automated email in your inbox saying that you have logged a help desk call. Your system administrator will automatically be notified, and after they have acknowledged or picked up your call, you will receive an email notification. Your system administrator will work on the issue, and you will receive an automated email explaining how the issue has been resolved or how it can be resolved. Please note that it is very important to use the help desk and not to call or email. In this way, calls can be tracked and information gathered for future system enhancements. We hope you have enjoyed this training and look forward to seeing you use the system. Thank you for watching this video. For more information on ActionIT Pty Limited or the Action Assist Performance Management System, please visit our website or contact us on marketing@actionassist.co.za.